Right, so it turns out that about 70% of people that watch my videos aren't subscribed.
70%!
So the other day, I wrote up a list of a bunch of them, headed to the North Pole, and just absolutely decimated all of the presents heading their way. Was I overreacting? Maybe, but just make sure you're not next.
You know, I've always liked Arthur.
And it also got me thinking, I can't be the only one asking that question. And it turns out I'm not. So today, we are looking at a bunch of Am I Overreacting posts, but they're all Christmas themed. In case you hadn't guessed from the hat. Or the Red Bull jumper, which is kind of Christmassy, I think. Anyway, I digress. Let's jump straight into it. All right, first up, am I overreacting for telling my mum my girlfriend and I aren't coming to Christmas dinner? Okay, so messages to mum. We'll try to be there around 4 p.m. then. It's about a 2-hour drive from our apartment. Is your girlfriend planning on coming with you? Yeah, she's off work that day. That's okay. Please ask if she'll tone it down some since the grandkids will be there. Tone it down? Clothes, makeup, and please don't bring up their living situation. Anything in particular clothing-wise? And what do you mean living situation? She dresses very flamboyant / woke. And it makes some of the family uncomfortable. What the hell is dressing woke? Is she walking around with Sean Dice's face on her t-shirt, but with utter replaced with I love on it? Because you know what? If they're selling them, I'm buying. Anyway, you all are living together and not married. It sets a bad example for the grandchildren. Y'all as in like American y'all, like 2 of you, or is there multiple? There are a freaky little polycule going on here that I'm not a party to. As in aware of, not a part of. Can we call to talk about this at work right now? Please just pass that along to her. I'm not going to ask my girlfriend to change the way she dresses for your Christmas dinner. She's an adult, and I can't promise that I won't mention something about our life during dinner. And if she wants to bring a dish with potatoes in it, Auntie had to change dishes. Well, she cannot just come to our family and make everyone uncomfortable. Being an adult sometimes means you have to think about other people's feelings. That's very true. I think in this case, I need to think about her feelings. I think we might skip Christmas dinner. That's a little bit extreme, don't you think? I mean, is it? You've made quite clear that the girlfriend isn't very welcome at the dinner table. She's already got the day off work. He either has to bring her along and be like, yeah, I don't know if I should tell you this or not, but no one really likes the way you dress or talk or live there. Or he goes without her and that causes a massive issue as well. So might be easy to just not go in the first place. And OP just says, I'm not even sure how to respond at this point. I love my girlfriend so much. And if I told her my mum said this, it would crush her. Not surprising. What do the comments say? Being an adult means you have to think about other people's feelings. So she's not an adult. Yeah, can the mum not clock how this would make the girlfriend feel? And her son. Yeah, mum, I thought about your feelings and decided they're getting in the way of another adult's existence, so I disregarded them. These are the sort of replies you come up with in the shower after having an argument, but now you can actually send them as long as it's not too late. Thank you for being a significant other that sticks up for your person. I understand if she like shows up in a nightclub night out type outfit, but what does woke mean in relation to clothing? And you shouldn't have to avoid talking about your life. That is your life decision. These grandkids are growing up now, not in the 1950s. Sheesh. Yeah, again, it is a rare thing that someone's partner actually stands up for them. I think just the Mother-in-Laws from Hell series has just corrupted my brain. And I'm now somehow surprised when a boyfriend sticks up for his girlfriend. For woke clothing, I wonder if it means not wearing a bra. Probably she just has coloured hair. Yeah, I mean, the free the nipple, blue hair and nose ring combo is enough to send any right-wing parents spinning like a Beyblade. Wearing my fully automated luxury gay space communism Christmas sweater. Yeah, not overreacting. Your mum seems to be judgmental. Oh, OP commented, not sure how to pin comments or edit the post, but my girlfriend is bi and occasionally dyes her hair blue/pink. Septum piercing, very colour clothing. Oh my god, she actually has the 3 combo we were just joking about. Not in a judgy way, in an observant way. It's just her personality. I mean, express yourself the way you like. I'm wearing a Red Bull Christmas jumper. I cannot judge.
Nice though, isn't it?
It's just her personality, nothing crazy sexual or extreme, no fishnets, thongs, etc. It's just her personal style that may or may not give queer energy, I guess, which my mum doesn't appreciate. Well, good on you for sticking up to your mum on behalf of your girlfriend. I think this, for me at least, is a very clear not overreacting. But as always, if you disagree, which you're welcome to, let me know why in the comments down below and keep score. Currently, it's 1-0 to the not overreactors, for me at least. All right, next up. Am I overreacting for lashing out on my ex-wife for not buying our son the game he asked for Christmas? I mean, off the rip, this sounds like an overreaction. Let's see the details. Good evening. Did you get your game? Advanced Merry Christmas. Wait, is this his son? I thought the good evening text was to the ex-wife and I was like, adequately formal. Who texts their son saying good evening and advance Merry Christmas? All right, what game? The one you asked for. I asked Mum to get it for you. She hasn't given me anything. Are you serious? You said you'd get the game for Josh today. This must be the messages to the ex-wife now. Where did you take the money? I'll use it however I want. You already gave it to me, didn't you? Means it's mine to spend. Josh is too spoiled anyway. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, right. Well, if he gave her the money specifically to buy his son the game and then she goes and spends it on herself, valid crash out. And there's more context here. So I, a 37-year-old man, saved up money from tips I've received from my job to get my son a Christmas gift since I haven't gotten him anything for his birthday, only to find out my wife, a 39-year-old woman, didn't even bother to go to the store and get it for him. I work a minimum wage job and she lives with her new boyfriend now and has custody over our son. She won't even let me take him out for Christmas dinner since I won't even have the money for it and only take our son to a McDonald's. She won't let her son spend time with her father because he won't have the money for it, in her opinion. And she's still happy to take money off him that's supposed to be for a gift for her son and spend it on herself. This is evil. She deserved way worse than this crash out. I'd be taking her to a petty debts court being like, give me my bloody money back if you're not going to spend it on the game that I gave it to you for. I mean, it's probably not going to... You probably haven't really got any case whatsoever. I mean, I doubt the courts are going to see it as a trust. But still, hey, the threat of litigation is sometimes enough by itself to win. So I'd threaten it.
I know a guy who knows a guy.
And I'd also tell the son, I'd be like, sorry, bud, like, I gave your mum money to buy you this game. She said she'd do it and now she's spent it on herself. And also, by the way, she's not letting me see you because I haven't got enough money to take you out. And I've just given her money, she's spent it on herself. Like, I'm being rinsed dry here. Oh, I don't know. Do you want to involve your kid in all that drama? Maybe not. Maybe you're actually better off, like, shielding him from it, depending on how old he is. I don't know what the recourse is. I don't know what I'd do if I was in this position. There's not really much you can do. This is just shit from her. When you said lashing out, I thought this was going to be way worse. You literally just went, what the fuck? I mean, hopefully at least this is a lesson learned. Don't give your ex money unless you want to be giving them money. I don't know what you do here, but like buy the gift and ship it to him. Give it to a family friend or someone in the family to pass on. I don't know. This is horrible. What an awful situation to be in around Christmas as well.
Humbug.
All right, what do the comments say? Oh, hell no. If the money was given for a specific reason, i.e. a specific game, she has no right to choose to not get the game. And if she did, she needs to return your money. Yeah, you know what? Why are we focusing on whether this is legally right or not? Morally, ethically, she's in the wrong. Just ship gifts directly to him and have mum intercept them. There's no winning.
Humbug.
You know what? This is so infuriating and so sad. I'm just going to bank on the fact that it's probably made up. I mean, what dad actually genuinely does send a message to their son saying, good evening. Also, ex-wife, wife, inconsistencies. Actually, is that more likely to be AI or less? I don't know. Yeah, I'm just going to pray that one's fake so my blood can stop boiling. But in the spirit of the game, I'm sure there are situations similar to that in real life. I'm going to go with not overreacting, obviously. Which is 2-0 to the not overreactors. Let's go. All right, next up. Am I overreacting? Girl I met on Bumble thinks it's weird that I spend Christmas with my parents. Spending Christmas with family, hey? You freak. What a strange guy. Let's see if his texts are even more stranger. Okay, but maybe we'd celebrate Christmas together. Wait, is this a Bumble conversation? Maybe we'd celebrate Christmas together. What? Spending Christmas with a Bumble date is way weirder than spending it with your family. What the? I'm always at my parents' on Christmas. My birthday is actually on the 25th. No way. Okay. We can still celebrate together, but maybe not on the 24th. I don't need a relationship where a guy's always at the parents on Christmas and B-Day. Even my brother still comes home on Christmas and he's 30. Lol, that's weird and not nice. What? Why? Huh? It's weird to spend Christmas with your family because I'd like to celebrate holidays with my boyfriend, not parents, lol. That's weird. I love spending Christmas with my family. Nice for you. What do you need from me then? We can still celebrate together. You know, that's not nice of you to say that. It's weird. On another day? That's not cool. I'm sorry, but that's just how my family spends Christmas. Because to me, it's weird. Like, don't get a girlfriend and stay with your parents. Like, what? Just because I spend the holidays there. What? Yes. Maybe it's different in Ukraine, but all my friends spend Christmas with their family. then what do they need a girlfriend for? It's weird AF. What is a relationship to you? Just sex? No. Well, it seems like it. What? I never said anything like that. You can still have a girlfriend and spend Christmas with your family. In a relationship, you also spend time together and holidays like Christmas and birthday together. If not, then it's bullshit, not a relationship, just sex. You seem really demanding and you don't even consider that my side could also be normal. What are you talking about? I already told you that all my friends do the same, so how is it weird? Are you serious now? It's not weird to you that you don't see your partner and separate and don't spend time together on holidays, Christmas, birthday? Are you fucking kidding me? It's not fucking okay at all. Then it's some shit, not a relationship. I can't believe you're serious and don't understand it. Oh my goodness, this girl is losing it at this. I feel like unless you're like married with a kid, it's like the most normal thing ever to spend a Christmas with your family. And sometimes even if you are married and have a kid. I mean, not that it's weird to spend Christmas with your partner if you're not married or anything, but to say that spending it with your parents is weird, is bizarre. I never said that we can't spend any time together on the holidays. I told you we could still celebrate together, but on the 24th I'm at my parents. The Christmas holidays don't instantly stop after the 24th. So you're like, okay, I'll spend holidays with parents, puck, and girlfriend can go fuck. FML, what does this mean? What does puck mean? What a funny little rhyme. I'll spend holidays with parents, puck, and girlfriend can go fuck. That's hilarious. Oh, I googled it and it's in a comment on this Reddit thread. Puck is a fart noise in Russian, lol. The woman is insane. So that's, okay, I'll spend holidays with my parents. My girlfriend can go fuck. Lol, oh my goodness. Okay. No, the holidays isn't just the 24th, but 24th is when you celebrate. And you're telling me, no, darling, go fuck. I mean, why does she keep just saying go fuck as well? Not like go fuck yourself or anything like that, or like fuck off, just fuck. This is so weird. I'm sorry, just because you think it's weird doesn't mean it is. Oh my God, you're insane. If that's okay for you, I've already said it, and now I'm assuring that you are not searching for a normal relationship. You search for some not serious bullshit. You should write it in your profile. Okay, I don't think this is going to work out. We haven't even met yet and we're arguing. We clearly have different opinions on which we can't compromise. Thumbs up. They haven't even met yet and she wants to spend Christmas with him and have him do that over spending it with his parents. What the hell? Sorry for wasting your time as well. Classy response. Go fuck yourself, asshole. You're so shitty and dumb. You've been calling me and my family weird this entire time just because you think we're doing something wrong. And again, I've been calm this entire time and you're telling me to go fuck myself and that I'm an a-hole. You are calm because you don't give a shit about me and you're not searching for a relationship, but some BS. I'm glad we haven't met. I can't imagine how I'd be hurt and how more shitty it would feel if we met and started dating and then I ask you what are we doing for Christmas and you tell me no, go fuck. Do whatever you want. I go spend time with other people. Idiot. All right, I'm done with this. Just because me and my family and even all of my friends spend the holidays in a different way than you're used to doesn't mean that I'm not looking for a relationship. I hope you find someone that fits your expectations. Good night. That is an absolutely insane, unhinged conversation.
Lost for words. It's just...
I've never heard someone that's in a relationship that isn't either married or has a kid with their partner demand that their partner spend Christmas with them over their family before, let alone doing so fervently, and let alone doing it in a relationship where they haven't met yet. Surely that's not normal, right?
I don't think so.
Let's see what the comments say. Fruit Loops. I can only guess maybe she literally has no family, otherwise this is just freakish. That was my suspicion throughout, just being like, oh shit, what happens if she just doesn't have a family to spend it with? And this is just her sort of like anger and sadness at the fact that she might have to spend Christmas alone coming out, but in just a very angry, hateful way. But I mean, if that's the case, you can just be like, oh, by the way, I haven't really got any family or friends to spend it with. I know we haven't even met yet, and we've only just been messaging, but would you be interested in me coming along to meet your family? But even then, that's so extreme, so early on. Like before a first date, being like, hey mum, hey dad, Merry Christmas. Here's this girl that I met from Bumble.
Hello there.
Anyway, Christmas and Thanksgiving are really the only holidays I try to make sure I spend with my family. They would even welcome me bringing a girlfriend if I wanted to these. Other holidays I don't worry much about. This girl though, yeesh. I smell plutonium reaching critical mass. You dodged a nuke, my friend. If her relatives act even 50% like she does, I wouldn't spend holidays with her family either, LMAO. Yeah, this seems like someone who's incredibly sensitive about being lonely on the holidays with no family and doesn't know how to regulate those emotions like an adult. Brother, you dodged a bullet. It is completely okay to spend holidays with family, and it's also okay to spend it with your girlfriend. It's okay to have them come spend it with your family and vice versa. It should be a bit of both. For each holiday you can compromise, but that is the least of it. She is just crazy, bro. And yeah, it's extra crazy that this person isn't even OP's girlfriend. They've never met, yet she's demanding his time during Christmas. I mean, yeah, this is all unhinged from the Bumble lady. But also, your reaction in response was very calm and measured and respectful. You kind of just kept explaining your side and was like, bro, stop calling it weird. It's not that weird. So again, I think this is another pretty obvious not overreacting, which makes it 3-0 to the NORs. All right, next up, am I overreacting to this one? What is it? Soy candle. It turns out I like you a lot more than I originally planned. Tropical fruit, spice and vanilla, not very Christmassy. So my mother-in-law is the most passive-aggressive woman I've ever met in my entire life. I truly didn't know what this tournament meant until I met her. I know this wasn't the only gift I got for Christmas, but when I opened it, I honestly didn't know how to react. I mean, originally, this is kind of a nice thing, right? Like, it's definitely giving mother-in-laws from hell vibes, being like, you know, you're the partner of my son and therefore I automatically hate you. But this candle's like, I kind of planned on being like that, but turns out I actually like you a lot more than I was planning on. And also, this is like kind of funny sense of humor. It could be like the mother-in-law could just be chill as hell and just be like, oh, this is so funny. Like, you know, classic mother-in-law, I'm supposed to be evil, but I actually really like you.
I love you. I love you. I love you.
So yeah, it's really hard to gauge the vibe from this post alone. I feel like we'd have to see how the mother-in-law actually interacts with this person on a day-to-day basis to really figure it out, you know? All right, what do the comments say? Without knowing how your mother-in-law and your relationship with her is usually like, it's hard to gauge. I would get this for my husband and he'd love it if that's any indication. Same, I can see myself getting this for my partner and we both laugh. Yeah, I find it funny. She's saying she likes you, but you know your mother-in-law best. She compliments and insults. It's a true art form with this one. But truly, I'm not offended, just didn't know how to respond. Assume it was given with love and affection until proven otherwise. I would look at it like, initially she didn't think you were good enough for her child, but now she knows you are. I feel like that can be easier said than done when you're at the hands of someone who is dealing with you in a passive-aggressive way constantly, because that can get grating, but I like the optimistic view. And yeah, I think it's fine. It's just humor and ends on a high positive note. So, I mean, not only is this not particularly insulting, but also, you said you didn't know how to react. So how can we judge whether you've overreacted? You haven't reacted at all yet. So I think this is another pretty obvious not overreacting, which means it's 4 to the not overreactors. It is once again a steamroller. All right, next up, am I overreacting? I think my husband might be framing my 8-year-old son. For what crime? All right, so I have an 8-year-old son who was in a terrible accident 3 years ago that landed him in a 2-week coma, requiring multiple surgeries on his cracked skull, and in which he suffered from a traumatic brain injury. Miraculously, he walked away mostly okay, aside from some severe scarring, blindness in one eye, and kind of terrible short-term memory loss. Crikey, I mean, I'm glad he survived it, but that is still some pretty heavy damage. Well, while his memory has improved, he still forgets a lot. Not anything significant, but things like constantly forgetting things I ask him to do, not remembering what he ate for breakfast, and things of that nature. The worst thing, though, is that he loses and misplaces everything. It can be quite frustrating, but I tried to give him a lot of grace knowing his situation. Well, about 1.5 years ago, he got an iPhone for Christmas, and within 3 months, it was lost. He swore up and down that he last had it on our couch and that somebody had to have hid it from him. After questioning the one other kid in the house, I came to the conclusion that no one hid it from him and that he must have just lost it and not remembered where he had it last, despite his confidence that he had it on the couch. For months, I would spend every free weekend tearing my house apart and deep cleaning in hopes that it would turn up, but it never did. So I just gave up and considered it a loss. I blame myself because he clearly was not ready for that responsibility. Well, about 1 year later, I ended up winning an iPad at work. And with my son being the only person in the house without a phone, the iPad unofficially became his. After about a month, you guessed it, he lost it.
You just knew that was going to happen.
He again swore up and down that someone is messing with him and taking his things and hiding them. Again, I really just blamed myself. But about 3 months later, I was putting away some laundry and was tired of my husband's t-shirt drawer being a jumbled mess. So I pulled everything out to reorganize it, and lo and behold, my iPad was sitting in the bottom of the drawer. I asked my husband about it and he seemed really confused about how it got in there and insisted he didn't put it in there. Knowing that my son struggles with impulsive behaviour from his accident and ADHD, I just assumed my son put it in the drawer, possibly to hide it from his brother, and then forgot about it. Which brings me to tonight. I just went out to my husband's car to look for something in his trunk, which took me a bit as it's a complete mess of papers, grocery bags, shoes, gym stuff, water bottles, coffee mugs, returns that never got returned, and so on. And as I was rummaging through the mess, I found my son's iPhone that has been missing for almost 2 years. This time, I know there is absolutely no chance that my son put it in there because he's rarely ever in his car and absolutely no one ever goes in that trunk except for my husband. Now it's 1 a.m, my husband is snoring away and I can't sleep, wondering if he was hiding these things on purpose and my son was right the whole time. But what would be his motive for doing this? Or does he just have terrible memory and not remember doing it? He can be forgetful, but this is a little much. And for added context, my son is my husband's stepson, if it matters. I, of course, will talk to him in the morning about it, but I can't stop thinking about it. What are your thoughts? Am I overreacting? Okay, and there's an update. So it's now the next morning, but my husband left the gym before I woke up, so I haven't spoken to him about it yet. I didn't expect this much engagement and haven't had a chance to read everyone's comments, but based on a lot of what people were commenting / asking last night, maybe posting it here would be helpful since I responded to a few commenters and maybe it got lost in the shuffle. So both times that I found the devices, they appeared to be completely unused. They were both dead, which is why Find My iPhone wouldn't work. Once I got the iPad on, search history, etc. was all that of my son's. The iPhone immediately had the alert on screen stating that it was a lost device and to call my number as I marked it as lost after it went missing. Additionally, I would be amazed if he knew the password to either of these devices. He doesn't monitor that sort of thing with any of the kids and wasn't involved in the setup of the devices or anything. He's pretty lax about that stuff. Well, the following I'm adding, not because I'm defending him or making excuses, but because it will provide some additional context as to why I'm even posting about it, seeking outside opinions, rather than just immediately knowing that he took the devices intentionally or maliciously. Both times that the devices were lost, my husband never once got mad at my son for losing them, and I never once got mad at him for losing them either. I even mentioned a couple of times that I blamed myself. My husband never got mad at me or made any comments about how my son wasn't ready for the responsibility, etc. The only commentary he ever had was, well, he knows if he lost it, he doesn't get another one, right? This is the general expectation we give to all of our kids. Take care of your phone. If you lose it or break it, that's it. Additionally, my husband is the one that bought him the phone and he continued to pay for the line all this time, never cancelled the service. He also likes to blame stuff on my son's injury and says things all the time along the lines of, even with his accident, he's smarter than most kids I've met, more athletic, etc. and thinks I use it as a crutch too often and don't give my son enough credit for how far he's come. So it's not like he was blaming the lost devices on my son's traumatic brain injury. And as a last bit of info, some people commented how there is no way that he could have forgotten the phone was in his trunk, as men go in there all the time. This may be the case with most men, but if it wasn't made clear enough, his trunk is a dumping ground for the messes that accumulate in his car that he moves to the trunk and never deals with again. For example, one of the things I found in there was a framed photo of his kids that said Happy Father's Day 2023, so it's been in there over a year. Also, I found the phone under a bunch of junk, so it's not like it was staring up at him every time he opened the trunk. So with all that being said, hopefully it's now more clear as to why I'm genuinely confused as to what the hell his motive would be if he did take them intentionally or maliciously. What would he get out of it? Do you think there's any chance that his ADHD is so bad that he just took them for whatever reason and genuinely forgot? This is why I was wondering if I was overreacting. Thank you for all your comments, insights, and thoughts. Wow, that is an interesting one. I mean, the fact that the dad had both of the missing things in places that are personal to him. I mean, he might have ADHD, but he wouldn't forget taking both of them and putting them there, would he? And I mean, it being lost in the trunk is one thing, because like, evidently he doesn't rummage around there a lot, but in his t-shirt drawer that he probably goes in every single day, he didn't see the iPhone there for 3 months. I don't know. I'd be very suspicious. But then if they're dead and completely locked and he's not doing anything with them, why? Why would he take them and have them in there? Maybe the comments will have something I'm not quite thinking of. Wait, this is the same husband that you think is cheating on you. If he is, he has no respect for you nor your son. why wouldn't he do crap like this too? This needs to be higher up. I swear the post history always fills in the missing pieces in these Am I the A-hole or Am I Overreacting posts. No way. If OP commented literally 4 days ago that she's certain that her husband is cheating on her, why would there be any doubt that he could also be capable of this? I would run from this man immediately and protect my children. It's hard. Real hard, but in the end, I feel like she knows it's the right thing to do. I'm sad for your son. He must feel the tension between himself and his step-parent. Please let your son know that you're sorry about not taking him serious. Based on all the comments and other posts from OP, it sounds like this is going to go the way of most abusive step-parent stories. The mum is going to rationalize away everything so she doesn't have to do the inconvenient thing, and her son is going to grow up in an abusive house with a mum who was never there for him the way he needed her to be. Oh my goodness, this genuinely is an evil stepfather. He's just stealing them to deprive the son of them.
Okay, now let's steal Christmas.
And he is just like fully awarely gaslighting everyone involved. Like he's sitting there knowing full well that the iPhone is upstairs in his t-shirt drawer, or that the iPad is out in the trunk of his car, and everyone is looking for them and freaking out and blaming the son. And he's just not saying anything. And you know what? It's not surprised at all that the iPad was somewhere harder to find than the iPhone was. Because he was like, damn, she eventually found the iPhone in the t-shirt drawer. Where is she never going to look? The trunk of my car that's filled with shit. This man is a nutcase. That's, like the comments say, this is a dangerous man. You need to get out of there. This man is a nutcase. Like, this guy hates your son, has no respect for you. Or, I mean, he's doing this to a child with a traumatic brain injury and a bunch of other long-term injuries from a terrible accident. This is a terrifying human to have in your house around your kids. You need to leave him immediately and get you and your family out of there. What the hell do you mean, am I overreacting? This is a colossally dangerous underreaction. I really hope this person reads all the comments and has a big realization, just like the epiphany hits them across the face like a brick. Because yeah, they all need to run. And so, I mean, if it wasn't clear enough, not overreacting, that is 5-0 to the not overreactors. I think I would be very surprised if there were many disagreements with a lot of these. Like, surely no one's sitting there being like, no, she was too suspicious of him. Anyway, next up, am I overreacting? Girlfriend changed her number on Christmas. Weird. New phone maybe? All right, call you later with my family. Never mind. What's wrong? Nothing. Changing my number. I ain't block you. Why are you changing your number? All your school stuff connected to this one. I just don't want to bother you no more. That's all, to be honest. Have a good day. What are you talking about? You always do this. You act like we can't text. I'm having lunch with my family. That's why I said I'll call you later. You make this so complicated for no reason. All right, we've got more context here. I mean, it doesn't seem like we need it. This seems like a bit of a nutcase, but my, I guess, ex now, girlfriend, sent me this text before changing her number. For some backstory, we had been on the phone from late that night up until around 11 a.m. on Christmas morning. Oh my goodness. Around 12:30, I was starting Christmas lunch with my family. My last 2 text messages didn't go through because I'm assuming she changed her number within those few minutes. She's changed it 3 times since we've been together. What the hell? I also noticed that I was blocked on all social media platforms, but today I can see her profiles. Right, it seems like one of you is an overreactor, but it is not you. So backstory, we've been dating for a little over a year now, and I noticed she does this during major holidays. For example, during Thanksgiving, she blocked me after I told her I was eating dinner with my family. There are many more instances of this, but I brushed it off as her being young, which she often blames. But we aren't that different in age. I'm 25 and she's 23. We've had a pretty decent relationship with no infidelity issues. However, she would mention how her ex did certain things to her. Right, okay, yeah. It's nothing to do with the age. It's almost certainly everything to do with past trauma. I mean, nutty behavior and you don't deserve it, but that is pretty sad if that's what it is. I mean, yeah, you don't have to tolerate it. You don't have to deal with it. You deserve someone who isn't going to treat you like that, but sounds like she needs some healing or some therapy, or maybe even both before she can even think about having a healthy relationship. Anyway, last week I went to a Christmas party that one of my childhood friends threw, and she got mad and blocked me then as well, but then unblocked me. She told me she doesn't want her partner to be outside and stay home like a good boy. We're long distance at the moment, as I met her whilst I was finishing grad school. I told her that seems a bit controlling, and she told me I just don't understand what she means, and that other girls understand what she's saying. I mean, that is controlling. That is very controlling. Doesn't matter if other girls are also controlling and understand what she wants. You don't have to deal with that in a long distance relationship and having to stay home as well. So it's not even like, no, I don't want you going to that party. I want you to stay in with me tonight. It's like, no, I want you to just be at home by yourself. And especially during the holidays, I mean, not being allowed to go to a Christmas party. That is just nuts. That is so controlling. It's not funny. Crazy. I don't know where I went wrong with this conversation. I told her last week I hate when she blocks me, and if she does it again, to just keep me blocked for good, as it's starting to affect my mental health. I guess this is a good thing, but I also don't understand why she keeps doing this. She often ruins time when we're together, or tries to ruin my fun when I try to hang out with my family or friends. Sorry if this is all over the place. We haven't spoken since she changed her number. Am I overreacting over this? I mean, no. She's nuts. You're in a toxic relationship. Get out. This is like high school drama behavior, like blocking them on social media and stuff. This is not something you should be suffering as a 25-year-old man. You are not overreacting at all to be like, I shouldn't have to be putting up with shit like this. I'm done. And no, none of your messages were overreacting. I mean, the only thing I would say is that this message could have been a little bit nicer, a little bit more thought through. Could have dropped a message being like, hey, really enjoying speaking to you right now, but I'm about to sit down with my family for a Christmas dinner, and I don't want to be on my phone, but looking forward to speaking to you after once I'm done. Love you, miss you already. I mean, you don't need to, and you shouldn't have to just because this is how she reacts, but might have been nice. And maybe she would have reacted differently, but either way, what you did was fine. It got the job done. She massively overreacted. You are not overreacting over this at all. What are the comments saying? She did you a favor, move on. She's nuts. I think she's mentally unstable. Remove the words, I think. Oh, we've got an update from OP as well. I've blocked her. I don't want to change my number, as is the case with most of you. I've had it since I was 12. Thank you all for your advice and for helping me see that I wasn't going crazy. I'll focus on moving forward and take it as a blessing that she removed herself. Good on you, OP. The perfect reaction. I wish you all the best in future. Not overreacting. And that makes it 6-0 to the not overreactors. All right, next up. Am I overreacting to my, a 40-year-old woman, conversation with my husband, a 40-year-old man, about a Christmas tree? Christmas is all settled for this person, by the way. Not sure if I told you that. Just need to wrap them, and I plan on putting them under Bonnie this year. We should just decorate Bonnie. Who the hell is Bonnie? Can always set up the tree too, but it just makes the cat so sick. Damn, no tree is kind of depressing, but we can decorate Bonnie for sure. It's a Christmas tree. We're not Christians. All right. She kind of just accepted it. I don't think you needed to kick her when she was down. Also, loads of people put up Christmas trees that aren't Christian. You don't need to be Christian to celebrate Christmas. I think the majority of atheists in the West do. Are you depressed we don't have a menorah too? Just think about it logically for a second, you know? You can always put it up. I'm just saying I'm not going to do it this year. Never once had a Christmas tree with this person or any of the kids, and we always had a blast. My grandma would always put one up though. What a dick. I mean, as if Hanukkah is as culturally significant as Christmas for her. I mean, we don't know exactly where they're based, but on the balance of probabilities and with the context clues, I think it's a pretty safe bet. All right, I'll put it up. Me and this other person would decorate it, no worries. Okay, Christian, lol. Make sure you make the angel real big for God, lol. Oh, he's pissing me off. He's rage baiting and it's working. It's working on me and I'm not even the intended victim. Isn't the Christmas tree a pagan thing, lol? I know, right? Like, kind of, isn't it? I mean, I think originally because evergreens stay evergreen. They're sort of like a nice symbol in winter that, you know, life goes on. But then the Germans, as in Christians in Germany, are definitely credited with like bringing the entire tree into their house and decorating it. It's a classic Christmas pub quiz question. So, I mean, yeah, pagan origins, but definitely very heavily influenced by Christian tradition. But even then, not relevant. You don't need to be a Christian to have a Christmas tree. No atheist puts up a Christmas tree and every Christian does. So that's all I care about. What? Where is he getting his information? Ask him to cite his sources.
I'm afraid you're mistaken, sir.
Doesn't matter what they did 1,000 years ago to me. I don't want Christian imagery around me kids. Oh wait, are they from Northern England?
He'd affect this weird British accent.
Doesn't matter what they did 1,000 years ago to me. I don't want Christian imagery around me kids. It's just people getting to have their cake and eat it too, and I don't live like that. Annoying. But that's about it, so do what you want. It's like a Muslim putting up a menorah to me and making excuses about it. It's just like, okay, dude, whatever, lol. But don't try and justify it or talk logically about religion to me then. You married the most atheist person, not just in our area, but in the United States. Just remember who you married, dear. I didn't mean to make you upset. Maybe I'll do a small holiday display in my room upstairs instead or something. I'm not upset, I'm just annoyed. If you wanted to put a cross up, it'd be a very different story. I don't want this Christian imagery anywhere around my children. It's so infectious that just the imagery can make them consider it. I mean, he is kind of right. The religious traditions do kind of cook. Atheism definitely lacks that. Patch and I have spoken about that on the podcast. There's a really interesting episode of the School of Life on Western philosophy. I think it's in the Baruch Spinoza video, and Alain de Botton speaks about this and just says, like, a big thing that atheism lacks is things like cathedrals and choir songs and hymns and religious traditions and stuff. There's a bit of a hole. So it's no surprise at all that loads of atheists still engage in a lot of the culture from religions. And he's kind of right that it can make you feel, there's like a big TikTok meme going around at the moment, like the atheism leaving my body when, what is it? Oh, that's it. It's the atheism leaving my body when this banger comes on. And it's always like, Oh, Holy Night or Carol of the Bells. Anyway, tangent, I digress. Plenty of ways to enjoy the holiday and make the kids have fun without spreading infectious, disgusting Christian crap. But that's just how I feel about it. As I said, you guys can decorate however you want, wherever you want. I'm just annoyed by it and have every right to be. I like how there was a little gap here as well, whilst he kind of like went to cool down, but then just got straight back into it. She already has one at her grandma's, right? Not like she doesn't get to have one. It just sucks when the symbology makes one of us feel good, but the other one feel bad. And I just can't understand why. What? I've never seen such a fragile atheist in my life. As I'm sure you guys have heard in the podcast, like, I love a good little theological debate. Spend a lot of my time watching content by Christians and Muslims and atheists and stuff. I've never seen someone turn into such a big crybaby and lose their mind at basic religious traditions like this before. This is so cringe and embarrassing. This is why I married an atheist. That's why I was so picky. So I wouldn't have to argue about crap like this before. She's not even arguing. She's not even arguing back. She just went, depressing, but fine. But I'm not upset. I just hate Christians, and you know that. I make a lot of observations every single day about a lot of different things. You can't get hung up on this one thing, especially when it's Christian stuff. I don't want to have to feel like I can't express myself because it's going to end up in some big change every single time, especially over Christian crap. My goodness. I mean, this guy must have some pretty strong religious trauma from growing up in a Christian household. Otherwise, how the hell do you explain this? This is so over the top. I never viewed the tree as an exclusively Christian thing. I don't put an angel on top. I don't have Jesus or Mary ornaments. I wasn't allowed to believe in Santa growing up, so that was a lot of fun to do with our daughter as she grew, and the tree is part of that. It's just something I enjoy doing every year. The idea that atheists don't decorate for Christmas is mind-boggling to me. I know so many that do. I mean, it's your house too, and if it makes you uncomfortable, I don't have to do it, and I won't. Because atheist parents don't want their kids feeling left out at school like all the Jewish kids, and that's fine. I just don't make excuses when it comes to religion like that. It's very serious to me, and I want to be able to talk about shit like this without you making big suggestions to change things. I never even asked you to do that. In fact, I included statements like, it's fine if you want to put it up, so stop acting like that, dude. Stop acting like what? Her response was very measured. She's correcting you and explaining herself, and then being like, but if you want to have final say, you can. Most atheists don't even know why they believe. They just make excuses like other Christians. I'm an actual religious scholar who studies logic. That's why I commit to it. What has that got to do with having a Christmas tree? Oh, it's so extra. But it's not that big a deal. Just remember who you marry, dude. Come on now, just because I'm going to talk shit about the Christmas tree doesn't mean you can't put it up. Oh my God. If he's not that bothered about it, just shut up. Well, I definitely don't want to now. Unsurprising. You're acting like I said it's a requirement and I'm putting my foot down and shamed you all over it. Jesus Christ. I mean, fine. Okay, he didn't explicitly say it's a requirement that they didn't have one to put his foot down, but like, he might as well have done. The amount he was complaining about it. Of course, she's going to be like, well, it's not worth the bloody effort then, is it? If you're going to be all wah about it, you big 40-year-old baby. Why did I even bother trying to find an atheist woman if I was just going to have this argument anyway? All you had to do was say it's a pagan tree and laugh it off and keep pushing. Why? What do you mean? Oh, to get your way, you just had to keep pushing against me. I was offering insufferable resistance, but you just had to keep going if you wanted to get your way. Fucking hell. I literally said it doesn't bother me. It clearly does. If you put it up in the initial comment, why would I even put you on game to do it yourself if I was trying to avoid it being put up in the first place? Why wouldn't I just not put it up and pump fake you guys? Pump fake, by the way, hilarious terminology in this thread. Not expecting that. A religious scholar using pump fake. Fairs.
What a funny guy.
Give me some credit here. Jesus, dude. Jesus again. I'm the one that puts it up every year. Me. I'm allowed to talk shit about the Christmas tree, dude. Come on. It'd be like if you guys put up a menorah, I would talk shit about that too. I don't know how many more religion and allergies I can... Does he mean analogies? I can make here, but this is not cool to treat me like this. I just wanted to complain about the Christmas tree and put you on game that I wasn't going to be installing it myself this year. Why is he acting like he's the one that's being treated like shit when he kicked up a massive baby fit about it? Oh, it's actually kind of weird watching someone else being gaslit like this. It's just like, it's a bit worrying, but then what can you do? Hopefully all the comments on Reddit were saying similar things. Well, I'm sure we'll get to them. And she read them, was like, yeah, this is weird as hell from the husband. Yeah, he did mean analogies. Here goes religion poisoning even more of my life. As if it's Christianity's fault. Although that does allude to his religious trauma again, which I did strongly suspect. Our daughter doesn't even believe in Santa anymore, and neither do you, so I don't know why you'd bring that up as an argument. I literally put it up every single year of her childhood and wrote Santa on the notes and put cookies out and bit them myself. So obviously I care, right? And you know what? If the shoe's on the other foot, I might just say, you know what? You've been an amazing, tolerant person considering we do the whole Christmas thing. Why don't we just turn Bonnie into the tree this year? I'm so curious what Bonnie is. I don't know why that couldn't have been a reasonable response. I just didn't know it bothered you so much, and I feel bad. I don't like upsetting you. I just said it annoys me. I literally said I wasn't upset. It's obvious that you're the one who's upset by this thing, and I guess I shouldn't have said anything since it was such a sensitive topic. I was trying to laugh and poke fun at Christmas. Oh God, this is raw gaslighting. What? Look at these early messages. Are you depressed we don't have a menorah too? Just think about it logically for a second. So jarring and patronizing. Obviously this wasn't just a light-hearted joke. Just ask me what Christmas looked like my entire childhood and I can tell you all about wanting to make up for lost time or lost memories, but does it make sense to act like this when all I wanted to try and do was poke fun at the Christian? Something I do every single day, all the time. Oh buddy, get a life. I mean, challenging the theology, especially professionally, one thing, but poking fun at them all the time. Ugh, it's giving such like Reddit atheist vibes, isn't it? I'm sorry if I made you upset. I was just trying to have some fun. Fuck off. It's okay. I'm sorry. I just completely misinterpreted the situation. I shouldn't have said anything. You didn't misinterpret it. You got the vibes right. He was being a weird dick about it. I shouldn't have said anything. Correct. You shouldn't have said anything. Oh my goodness. And there's the Christmas tree. Oh, maybe that's Bonnie. To be fair, that's a great tree to decorate. And I like the baubles, but I'm glad they got the Christmas tree up in the end. Bit of extra context. Am I overreacting to a sudden aversion to a Christmas tree? Am I being too sensitive? How would you have reacted if you were in my shoes? I'm a little hurt, but I'm not trying to make this holiday all about me. I'm feeling gaslit at the same time. I don't know what to do. You are being gaslit. You're right. And no, you're not overreacting or being too sensitive. He was being so weird. Married for 10 years, we're both atheist. I'm far more passive about it than he is. Regardless, he's always been enthusiastically involved with Santa traditions for my now teen daughter, his stepdaughter. She's aged out of the magic, but I wanted to continue the traditions for our 1-year-old. He has a teenage daughter that he's now estranged from. Shock, but celebrated Christmas with her when she was little, as well as his nieces and nephews. He was very close with his grandma and speaks fondly of holiday memories with her. He had a very unstable and abusive childhood, and I try to be sensitive to that when it comes to things like holidays. Christmas brings me a lot of peaceful, happy nostalgia, and I enjoy decorating very much. Yeah, he definitely had a lot of trauma around Christianity growing up, didn't he? But I mean, he needs to go to therapy to deal with it and not take it out on his wife. I included a picture of our tree and decor from last year for some context. Bonnie is our ficus plant in the picture near the tree. I mean, I feel like I kind of said everything I was thinking as we go along. What do the comments say? I'm an atheist and I have a Christmas tree because it's pretty and brings me joy. No reason needed other than that. Your husband has serious issues. Stop catering to this whiner. The real problem here is that he's decided he can control everything that goes on under the guise of his atheism. You married a prick and not an atheist. His I was just trying to have some fun at the end was definitely gaslighting you. He sent you 1,000 messages about how you were wrong, literally just arguing with himself and then tried to play it off. Not to mention he's flat out wrong about Christmas trees. He's a religious scholar who studies logic. Oh, brother, this guy stinks. It's great to show compassion about past trauma, but this dude's condescending as fuck. Sounds like he's trying to lecture you like you're a moron. I hope he's given a fuck about anything that's made you happy for the last 10 years, because this dude sucks. No one on the planet places a Christmas tree as some sort of aggressive religious symbol. It's where an imaginary fat dude puts presents. Give me a break. Yeah, I mean, this is in the Christmas edition, but this could have easily been in the toxic relationship one. And if it wasn't obvious enough, no, you are not overreacting. Which means it is a clean 7-0 sweep to the not overreactors. Maybe we'll get an overreaction next time. But for now, I hope this has put you in a holly jolly Christmas spirit. And I hope you're enjoying the holidays. Thank you for spending a little bit with me. I really appreciate it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Merry Christmas to those who celebrate. Happy holidays to everyone else. And if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to subscribe so you can catch the next one. Oh, and last but not least, thanks for watching. Bye.